So right now we are down in the P2 level of Metrotown, and this part of the parkade is connected to the Superstore, a very popular place for families to go and get some groceries for their children and feed them so their guts become full. Now, in order to get up to the Superstore and the rest of the access of the mall, it requires going up this little wedge escalator. But sometimes when you're going up the escalator, there's often people with shopping carts that take up the entire area. And you know what? That's fine. They have every single right, and that's what they need to do. However, there are oftentimes people like me that have a little bit of an aggressive step that want to get ahead of people and lack the patience to stand behind a cart. You would think that there'd be an alternative way to get around this problem, would there not? Yes, most places have a staircase next to an escalator to allow people to go by them. Now, we could easily find a way to get around this if we were able to go up here. But for whatever reason, Metrotown believes this barriers can't be moved. They're stuck in here. So now you're forced away behind people with shopping carts and families and can't get around them. Why is this useless metal thing here eliminating people to get to where they want to be? What's so dangerous about this area that they're blocking everybody off? I would like to know. It is a lot of nerve for Metrotown to just pull these things up here. I'm so limited, I'm going to have to remove it myself like this and make my way up. This is what I'm talking about with the escalator issue. You have people here with carts. They can't go anywhere because it takes up the whole width of things, and all the customers are forced to wait behind even if they want to get by, even though they could clearly go down the side here. Yet they have these useless plastic metal things blocking everyone. Wake up, Superstore, fix this up now. So a lot of people enjoy their shopping experience at Metrotown. And what I find most amazing is when people actually come here and pass out. Like, do they not have proper beds at home that they can't sleep there? Quite apparently people literally pass out in the middle of the mall. And sometimes they actually have a coffee in their hand. Isn't the whole point of drinking a coffee to keep you awake? Sometimes you're just passed out laying down. The newspaper is just incredible how many people come to Metrotown, don't even buy a thing, and just sit here the whole day, passed out in the middle of this noisy environment. I don't know how they do it. Alright, so here we are outside the Tim Hortons in the Metrotown food court. Now this is by far the most popular place, and as you can see right now, there's about 7 or 8 people in line, which is actually pretty good for Tim Hortons. Usually this line is 30 deep, people wait way down there. Why? Because everyone is caught up in the Canadian tradition of Tim Hortons. Now, I'm usually disgusted by these lineups because they have 2 useless pills when there's 80 people in line, even though they can easily situate one there, or they could put another one on the end. But whatever the corporation name is, TDL Marks Corporation, they are a bunch of cheap bastards, and they refuse to spend the money to get proper customer service because people keep coming back. So from their perspective, it's all about the bottom line. But you know what? Sometimes when the lineup's not too bad like it is today, I'll wait the 5 minutes to get myself a nice iced cappuccino. Oh, hold on a second. There is no iced cap. I guess that's why there's no lineup today. What a shock. It's the middle of the summer, it's 30 degrees out, and they don't have the product in. Figure it out, Tim Hortons, and provide the customers with what they want. We are now in the most revolting part of the mall, which is called the washroom. And I can't get over how on a daily basis, people cannot piss straight or take a dump without making an absolute mess. Look, you can just open up any one of these things here, and you just look at this. How does somebody leave toilet paper like that and all that mud and piss on the ground? Is it that hard to aim straight? And then again, look at this crap in the washroom. How does that even happen? How does a human being walk out of here knowing that they've left that mess behind? It's disgusting. And what else disgusts me even more about this is the pathetic washing of hands station. Look at this thing, there's no pressure on it. I mean, come on, you want people to be clean? Give a little bit more pressure with the water. And then they have these useless things here that don't even dry your hands because they're so cheap they don't want to put paper towel in here because it might cost more money for them to bring it in and then clean it up. Well, I know that they're going to claim that they're going clean and all this kind of stuff, but that's a pile of crap. That is just so they don't have to spend money, because if they were that concerned about the environment, they'd turn the lights off every night and save money for electricity in this place. It's just another way for these capitalistic corporations to cash in on more money and fake out the public with statements like that. As you know, in Vancouver and in BC, people do not know how to drive. Everyone's clued out and living in a bubble. Well, guess what? When it comes to strolling through the mall, it's the same thing. So when people are trying to find out where they're going in one of the biggest malls in Canada, they're going to get lost. So what is the easiest way to find out where you want to go? The direction board. Well, you know what? If they were to take a look around this mall, they would come right up to here and see the directions. You go left, the chapters go maybe. Go right to atmosphere, the office towers, and all that stuff. But yet, if you want to go to the bay, customer service, or food court, it says straight. And you know what? Let's follow the straight and see if we get there. You tell me how going straight got me to the food court, the bay, or any of those places? That is the problem. These signs need to be done better. They need to have little arrows going off to the side and directing them around each corner. It's an absolute joke, and people that work in the mall get very frustrated because they deal with people asking them where to go all the time, but the mall can do a better job to eliminate that and make better signs. Right now we are outside McDonald's at Metropolis. This is one of the most popular and busy McDonald's in all of Vancouver. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is, there are lineups 40 deep outside. And look at it, people actually have to line up outside the actual place. And what's amazing about all this is the fact that most of the time, they don't even have the right amount of cashiers working there. We've got lineups with 15 people in line, and they only have 4 of the 6 tills open. It's absolutely incredible. It's not like it should be a shock like today all of a sudden just got busy.
It shouldn't be that way.
Because we don't like lineups, right?
Yeah. We should fuck lineups. It should be lineup free.
They should fork out the money. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. No. They can afford to hire more staff to open more tills.
And these are daily customers that go through this waiting every day. For myself, I go through the occasional McDonald's, but not like these daily visitors, and they're angry about it. And I would like to be a voice of the people and make sure that they get their food sooner than later. And it's just really appalling that a multi-billion-dollar corporation refuses to spend an extra $8 or $10 an hour to keep their customers happy. So this is one part of McDonald's that drives me nuts more than anything. It is absolutely disgusting in here. Obviously you can't smell it, but it's like you gotta like plug your nose the whole time in here. The amount of urine smell is just absurd. And look at this. For a multi-billion-dollar corporation to have a bathroom this pathetic with 2 useless stalls, and on the ground there's constant piss in here. What is wrong with people? How hard is it to stand here and take a leak and go right into the urinal? Is it that difficult? Am I asking for too much, ladies and gentlemen? I just don't understand it. And I've even seen old guys stand here about a foot away. Well, do they think that they have some sort of amazing shot that they can get a couple of feet of arc on their piss and get it in there? I don't think so. And then what's even more absurd is they sit there and you can see the piss dribbling down on their leg and onto their foot. And what do they do after? They come here and they wash their hands and scrub them for 20 minutes. How does that make any sense? You piss on your foot and then you want to go wash your hands after. To me, that makes no sense. There's no consistency in terms of wanting to keep proper hygiene with that logic. And on top of it, they have the most pathetic sink in the world. Look at this thing. It doesn't even work. You have to hit it and the pressure is useless. And then when you're done, you go to this useless dryer. I could stand here for 40 minutes and my hands wouldn't even be dry. So what does this result in? Everybody going straight to the door and this thing gets wet. So every time you come out, expect your hands to be soaking wet.